people that are not of that kind of type can't say nigga via verbiage or text, like via verbally or text. Wait, I never knew text counts. Yo, has anybody ever thought of that? Like, you know, Caucasian people saying, or non-black people saying nigga via text. Wow, I never thought of it. I just like thought, yo, just saying nigga period, like, people are still, I don't know these days, you know what I'm saying, because yo, Gen Z, Gen Z is Gen Z time, bro. They be changing the meaning of things, bro, and like whether they choose to be offended by shit or not, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. But it's like, yo, does it still offend, well, those that it used to offend, or those that it does offend? Does it offend y'all when it's typed, right? When it's typed in the caption, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Comment that shit down below, bro. I've never thought of that shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Out of Taiwan. We literally saw you get scooped up by Kai Cenat a couple years ago. So while it is not an excuse, because you shouldn't be saying those words, but there is a level of ignorance that you have that she didn't have. She knew that word was a bad word. She just said it because she thought it was cool.
Yes, and Ray does not say that. So yes, it does make sense why she's not supposed to say that. I don't know. Okay, it's an ignorant standpoint, concluding that from the fact that Ray doesn't say that. Like, at the same time, bro, I've never heard like a, like a Jackie Chan. Okay, maybe that's too like far off. I don't know. But Asian, is within the culture that might or might not say nigga. I don't know. I don't know much niggas like Asian neighbors like that are in this kind of culture besides Ray and this guy Nina Lin, right? I don't know.
As far as the essay incident,
I think it's just both of these guys, right? Both of these boys
goes. I'm sorry, but that apology has been invalidated by the countless jokes that Nina herself has played onto the scenario. Whether it be by the initial invalidation to your rage, or the invalidation post the ban from Twitch, where she made jokes about it over and over and over again. So the only time that I believe somebody deserves a second chance, if there's some sort of true understanding that, hey, I did something wrong here, I'm very apologetic, I'm working on becoming a better me. Not just with words, but with actual action. But when you continue down the line to be a nuisance streamer doing the same shit over and over and over and over again, I'm sorry, what are we supposed to think other than you're a jackass? Now there's a couple of ways that I see Nina Lin's trajectory shaking out for the next couple of years. And hell, even if it takes that long, I believe she'll continue with the fan base that she has, but like I said, those are mostly people who are watching her to crash out, not necessarily for the entertainment value that she adds to the space. I do think people will stop collaborating with her and being connected with her in a major way. I've seen the list of people that she's been able to connect and meet with at the beginning of the year dwindle down in popularity as the year has gone on. Yeah, that just doesn't go unnoticed. But then I ultimately think that the antics will be upped more and more and more. So she'll get away from being away from the popular mainstream streamers like Agent, like Senna, like any of the rest of the AMP members, or any of the rest of the white girl streamers, Pokimane, etc., etc. And then she'll be forced to collaborate with some fringe dudes who enable her to do these types of things. Her viewership will stay consistent because they want to see you crash out, and then ultimately you will burn out in flames.
They want to see her crash out and she'll burn out in flames, right? What it is. Shout out Omizi for this segment. Alright, so I guess it's honorable reaction at this point, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since I tapped in with my brother Astral Dior. I guess we can coin this one right here, how the Gen Z generation can vicariously learn from this Gen Z artist, you know what I'm saying? And how she finally got what she deserved, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what part of the generation can take nuggets from this right here, but it's definitely like learning moments, bro. That's all I see. Let's get into it. Any day now, buddy.
And today we're reacting to Ice Spice finally gets what she deserves.
Let's do it.
So the ice is back in question. The spice, better choice of words. That's tough, man.
We might go ahead and be like, yo, the spice is back sweet, the ice is back melted. Like,
it's unfortunate. You come into the game hot, and it seems like she just can't get even like a bit of love, like not even a schmeckle. You know what I'm saying? She lost the weight, she gained the weight, and it's just the music's just so bad. What is it? Why is she not back on top yet? Let's get to the video, man. Let's do it.
Good questions, by the way. Good ass question. I love
2021, the world got its
my boy O'Shea in the beauty, in the beauty. I'm saying it's like I always know what to expect when I kick with my boy Astro Dior. You know what I mean? And you feel me? The selection of reaction material is, you know what I'm saying, is decent, man. Like, I would say you ain't missed yet. You feel me? You ain't missed yet, brother. Let's get it though.
first real dose of Ice Spice, who is from the Bronx, New York. She is Dominican and Nigerian. She has the look, but
Nigerian. Oh, I think I have heard that somewhere. Yeah, I think I have heard
at
that
first,
somewhere.
nothing
Somehow.
was moving. She had some tracks, but it was still underground. By the time early 2022, she started popping in drill circles, but the breakthrough in 2022 was magnificent. Much Feeling You goes crazy on social media. Drake co-signs a song, and as you know, she starts getting popping on TikTok. By 2023, she's out of here.
Out of here?
She's supposed
What
to be
sense?
a global superstar, and everything's supposed to end
She was supposed to be.
happily ever after, right?
This guy, Dr. Chambers, is claiming that Ice Spice stole the beat, hook, lyrics, and the narrative context of the song. Dr. Chambers is alleging that he thinks Riot, which is Ice Spice's producer, may have heard his song on the radio or heard him performing it live and then went and copycatted the track.
Nowadays,
All right, dirty work.
Ice is copying people's songs. I mean, hey, listen, that's just a coincidence.
And it's just the music industry. It's just hip hop. Whether they do it and then they say, oh, it's a sample. You know what I'm saying? Or they do it, grab a little verse a bit, and then like a little something, it sounds a little good with the beat, so they rap an old song, kind of cadence on this beat. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I see
it's
it.
just a
I
part
see
of the
it. I see
game.
it.
You feel me? Or they flip your.
It comes with the territory type shit.
There's out here that will get a whole song.
Sample that shit type.
The producer just wants their producer to make it, so they just take what you did and flip the whole joint. Like, this is what's going on. This
Dirty
happens.
work,
You
man.
feel me? You'll send a beat to somebody, and they want their producer. They like how they producer work, or they just want to pay their person. Like, you know what I'm saying? This, this my guy, right? Sit out straight. Oh no, we ain't like just take his, flip it, do a little bit of.
Hey, look, now I don't know how niggas feel about the whole AI. You know what I'm saying? The advent of AI and shit like that, but yo, like I feel like okay, that's gonna mitigate a whole lot of what's been happening. You know, niggas ripping niggas off, things like that. When you can get like a AI to produce the whole thing, to generate the whole thing, and what you could do as you know the producer or the beat maker, or whatever the case, just tweak, you know, do your little tweakings, your little adjustments, and there you have it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? The AI can go grab whatever kind of sample you feel like, you know what I'm saying? You feel like chopping up. You can describe the sample. You feel me? The nigga will go like, you know, to the ends of the net and back to find whatever you know what I'm saying? So I don't know on that angle. I don't know how niggas feel about like it eliminating, you know, this whole conflict with human to human kind of interaction within the game. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
And bow, you know?
That don't mean that it's really happening, right? But it got worse.
Ice Spice is being accused of buying views for her Baddie Baddie music video. Now, I'm not saying it's true, but honestly, the views.
No, it's probably true. It's probably true. If Young Thug does it, I'm sure she did. Ice Spice Baddie Baddie official video, 6.7 million views in 15
minutes. 15 minutes?
Come on, man. Let me go look at this, bro. Let's see what this is at right now, bro. Come on, man. Let's be for real. And she was on Sponge. Let's see this, bro. What happened? 10 million? Okay, I'm tripping. Okay, 6.7. I don't know why I thought 15. 6.7 million views in 15 hours. 10 million views in 1 month. A million views in 3 weeks.
Nice
that
work,
seems a little bit more believable. But yeah, bro, 10 million, and unless she was just booty naked on this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
You know, it's high potential that she was. The highest potential that she was. Possibility, etc. You alright?
I don't think a baddie's getting 10 million. I think those days of 10 millions and 45s and all this right here, I think all these days of all of this is over. This is kind of crazy when we look at it.
So she comes from like tens of millions of views type shit? Hold on. I want us to view it together. Hold on. I know I gotta change the scene, man. I'm gonna make my whole setup smoother so that I don't have to like do, you know, slow shit. Wait, what? Oh, that's 1.9. 3 years. Wait. Oh, this nigga was talking about 4 million. 0.1, blah, 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 that's 3. Wait, what are you talking about, 45? Oh, 61 M's? Let me see. What else? Well, she did come a long way from the 421K, 760K, 895K. Hey. So what are you talking about?
Batty Batty's getting 10 million. I think
Batty
those
Batty
days of 10 millions and 45s and all this right here, I think all these.
What the fuck she? Oh, 61 M's. Oh, 61 M's. These days is over. I break that down, brother. Break that down. Let's hear what you what you mean by that.
These days of all of this is over. This is kind of crazy when we look at it, right?
Yep.
Look how crazy. She only has so many songs. Like, she really don't have.
Let me see that. Wait. Let me see the top songs over there. Let me see the latest songs out there. Oh shit. Whoa. 14. Okay. 136. That was what? Delhi? Okay, 0.5. Okay, we got 5.5. Daily visualizer. What's on here? What's this Batty that you talking about? Diana, what a Batty thing that you talking about? Okay. Fuck it though.
Had that many.
Let's go on.
Where's Munch at? It must not be on here. Oh no, tripping. Official lyric video. Munch must have been on somebody else's page.
Yeah, probably not her master.
The audio has 4 million. Right? 61. If we count it up like really big like bangers that she had, we have Munch. So we won't count these because these popped afterwards. We'll count this one. That's 15 million. No Clarity, Munch.
Wait. Which one
really
is the one with 15? Which one's the one with 15? What's that? What's that on the bottom? No Clarity. No, 15? Oh, I thought it was 1.5 million. That's 9 million. Name of Love? What the heck? She on some R&B shit? She best not be on that, bro. Ice Spice on R&B? Like as in singing Mariah Carey type shit?
Big like bang.
Cause that sounds like a Mariah Carey type title. Like, Name of
that
Love.
She had, we have Munch. So we won't count these because these popped afterwards. We'll count this one. That's 15 million.
Okay, go ahead.
No Clarity, Munch.
What else?
Ice Spice.
What else?
The one with Nicki.
What else?
This one.
What else? That's 5, nigga.
Where's the one with Pink Panthers? That one. That's 5. Think You the Shit. No, here we go. Yeah. This has 45 million. Think You the Shit. Central C one.
What else?
Give me a light. I don't even remember that. I'm not doing that. 7. Look like she got one with Travis Scott. I don't remember how that sounds. Let's just add it because it got 7. Travis Scott. That's
Keep going.
8.
Keep going.
Yeah, and it was over.
It was over?
She went 8, and it was over. Sounds. Let's just add it because it got 7. Travis Scott. That's 8. Yeah. Give me a light.
When did she drop that 8th one?
7. Look like she got one with Travis Scott. I don't remember how that sounds. Let's just add it because it got 7.
Yeah, Travis Scott. Where that shit at? Oh shit, 11 months ago. So literally a year ago. Wait, what do you mean though? This is what you're talking about? 895 though. It's not in the M's though. Oh shit, my bad. Damn, I think I caught a bit of a cold, y'all. So, you know, even a voice. I don't know if y'all caught the voice projection. Kind of not unusual. This must be the one. Oh shit, right? 17 million. That was a year ago. So, let me scope these other ones. Okay. Oh, that was a year ago too. You know, she got one with the baby and a lead. 5 million. Oh, we talking about tens of millions, right? Damn, it's crazy though how niggas is putting out Ice Spice, you know, at this crazy, you know what I'm saying, standard. It just tells you though, because not a whole lot of people can just like, not a whole lot of artists can, you know, just at random, you know, with their lowest count, just hit a couple M's or hit a, you know, maybe let's say hit 800,000 streams. I'm talking about that's their lowest effort. That's their least, you know what I'm saying, least pushed, least marketed type thing. And she's hitting that like regularly though. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about within the general scope of things, you know, the general scale. She's, you know, she's not doing too bad with it type shit, right? Yeah.
Travis Scott, that's 8.
Unless obviously we talking about signed artists versus independent artists. Okay, that's another segment though.
Yeah, and it was over. She went 8, and it was over.
Well, mother quick, mind you, even the audio is still sitting at only like 600,000. Even the likes are at 26,000 for this video. And everyone is in the comments, damn, you bought views.
Damn. She buying views. She went from 79,000 to 6.7 million views in 10 hours.
Oh, it's that whole. Was it a neon thing or like somebody in the streamerverse, bro? Some streamer like was just like caught out, you know, buying views because, like, I don't know, the nigga went from like a certain amount. I think it was in the what, tens of thousands? No. A couple of thousands. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga went to like 40, 50K or 60K and like just like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then it dropped like. It's just like how the numbers just are projected, you know, within that stream. It makes niggas look ridiculous. It you know what I'm saying? It exposes y'all that y'all really be buying these things. At least like do it like on some slowly but surely thing. I don't know. I might be devil's advocate in the wrong shit right here. My bad.
Everybody was saying that she was ruining her career.
Yeah.
You know, things was going up, going down. I mean, she was dating NFL athletes and everything like that.
I mean, just off of that, she was bound to just, you know, ruin her career talking music. She, you know, she's better off as being like one of these, I don't know, are they still, what are they called these days? Influencers? You know, the OF people, these girls with the OF things, and they're on there influencing, or they're content creators, right? I don't know. But as a content creator, I don't even think she got the personality for that. But anyway, let's see.
And then, you know, I guess she kind of stabilized, but not really. And now things have gotten worse.
Ice Spice then ran off on the wig plug. Apparently, the Bella brand wig company is suing Ice Spice and her team for.
She's doing the
What?
She's doing the Sean Kingston method with the jewelry, but just wigs. Come on,
the
man.
2024
Was the Sean Kingston method the method though?
Y2K tour. Apparently said that they successfully had an agreement with her and a contract signed to provide her over $50,000 worth of wigs. They're asking Ice Spice and her team to pay up to $100,000. And the owner from Bella Brand is claiming that Ice Spice and her team would send multiple pictures of Nicki Minaj and saying, make this wig, do it with the bangs, like all that stuff. There's physical text of her asking to copy her style. So I wonder what the Bob's got to say about it.
Wait, so what happened here? Like, did she scam people? Like, what? I don't know. I think I'm getting thrown off by like the wig talk, the Barbie talk, the pink thing, Like my interest, like just kind of, it's not really engaged. So I'm being thrown off. So like I'm being, you know, my mind is like digressing, like in terms of attention and focus. So is she scamming people here?
The owner said
Ice Spice in wig debt.
how this happened.
Oh,
which
she's in
she
wig
did
debt.
come out and say, you know, it was kind of dumb of her to do this, but it was a situation where she did make the wigs thinking that she would get some kind of promotion in return for the tour or some kind of recognition with the contract,
shit.
but crickets. Also, when it came down for the money to pay for the 20 wigs I think she made for her, no money to be found. So she's suing her for $200,000. We'll see what the team has to say about that.
So this wig maker is called the Bella Brand, which reportedly was commissioned to make a large batch of custom wigs for Ice Spice's tour. And this lady is saying the rapper and the team failed to pay for the wigs. So the order was for 25 custom wigs, but when the payment time came, the wig maker said that this caused them over $50,000 in damages. The complaint also says that there is a breach of contract and a damage to the wig maker's business reputation, including lost future business from clients who pulled away after the dispute. So, I mean, obviously, if you're making these wigs custom, you could have other customers that you could be doing business with. But if you are spending your time on Ice Spice, this is what happens with a lot of luxury brands. They will basically do these things for artists, hoping to get paid later, because obviously what they feel like, hey, if Ice Spice pays me and then she wears my wigs on Instagram, it's...
I think we gotta understand one thing though. Like, one of the things that we could point out is the fact that, you're dealing with an artist, bro. You're dealing with an artist. You're dealing with somebody that probably like kind of chose a career off of the fact that the IQ was not, couldn't fit into any other career but just art and using your fantasy and imagination and creativity. Nah. Okay, this is not a lie. Yo, my bad. Damn. No, this is not a knock at that. It's just that when slow people do this, I think for them, that's, you know, when people that sabotage other people's businesses, you know what I'm saying, off of the fact that they lit, they hot, they what, like, you gotta understand, bro, you could be dealing with somebody slow as shit. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't move away from the principles of just like how decent business is supposed to go just off of the fact that, yo, she's Ice Spice, she's pretty, she's got all these followers, or whatever you think you about to get out of her. You know what I'm saying? Do the deposit thing, and then at least do the deposit thing. Right, and then give it a deposit, and then you hand things, and then, you know, from a certain point to a certain point, I don't know, maybe halfway during the tour, you know what I'm saying, because she was supposed to rock these things on tour, right? Halfway during the tour, you know, they see the results, everybody sees Ice Spice is beautiful with her new wigs, blah blah, and then she gives you the rest of Yo Guala, and then, you know what I'm saying, now you can't be like, you know, you can't like just expect the shit later, because people like this, they never keep promises, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you see via the decisions that they make. That's why I brought up like the career in artistry versus a career like in something where you gotta have like solid IQ, bro. The fucking rapper that just shakes ass on stage, like, what the hell kind of loyalty is you gonna get from somebody like that, bruh? What kind of... Alright, let me know. Alright, cool. I think we get it. Right.
Or if they just do it and then give it to them, they be thinking the same thing. You know how many brands just be handing people stuff like, hey, bro, can you just wear this? Wear this. Or
it's on some sample shit, but then if it's on some sample shit, why are we crying about it then? You know what I'm saying?
When you can, and then they see it on, and then they post it. Hey, so wear my junk, and the amount of sales they be generating.
It's great because number one,
I mean, that's what I thought, you know, she was expecting out of it, for Ice Spice to just like rock it like on some free shit, and then so that people can ask Ice Spice, yo, where she got that? Da, 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 da. Where can I get that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's how it works in the wig industry, but yeah.
More marketing. So some people can take it as a loss, but even if she doesn't do the marketing, which it always happens like this with these, you know, these artists, they don't pay for it, and then they still don't give the marketing.
Exactly.
So now these damages are piling up. All right. Now this also is something that happens all the time with these particular artists and people in the industry. You know, these people do this all the time with houses, Airbnbs, rentals, and it looks like they don't want to pay. And maybe somebody like Ice Spice should have the money, but guess what? While she's being sued for this, check out what Ice Spice is doing. Literally, this is her specifically getting a Richard.
You know, I seen this.
Yo, you know how bad you probably are.
I seen this.
You just made, and let's just say this might even be the wig that got down there. She was.
Yeah.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm back again, and I've been putting out.
Since you trying to slide your little, you know what I'm saying? Now go ahead, get your bread though. I'm just let me just share my point right here. It's like somebody that owes you money, right? It's like somebody that owes you money, and then you see them from a distance. You see them from like, you know, across whatever, and then, you know, but they just spending money though. But then when you try to hit them up, they be like, no, I'll get you, man. You know, I'm still going through a little rough patch. Hey, you right? I'll get you your shit. You know what I'm saying? But you see nothing but this nigga just like splurging, spending money, eating good. You know what I'm saying? Whole time you out here. You feel me? So that's the exact kind of effect that I'm getting out of like Ice Spice is like that, bro. Nah, Ice Spice didn't give that kind of ghetto perception. This is ghetto as fuck, bro. Ghetto as fuck, bro. Come on, nigga. That's crazy.
Games anyway. Might as well off for free cash. I'm not promising that's gonna happen.
Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all would have done, bro. Ice Spice running off with y'all money, you know, while at the same time telling you she's going through it and she ain't got it right now. But then you see her doing a whole bunch of this. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you were the wig owner person, like what you doing?
Did some type of service, and I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna pay you whatever promo, whatever. I'm gonna pay you, and I'm gonna pay you 50 racks or whatever it is. And then you see her post, Ice Spice drops $250K on a Richard Millie Watt.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, I'm suing. Hey, I'm suing y'all.
Yeah,
y'all
suing,
gonna feel me? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm suing y'all. I'm mad as hell. I'm gonna make it public and everything. She in my wig buying a $250,000 watch. Pissed. You know what I'm saying?
Tight
This
as
is like
fuck.
that friend that owe you some money, but then outdo at the movies and posted, you know, him on
Yes,
yachts
that's
and
what I'm talking about.
dancing with alcohol in his hand.
That's what I mean, bro.
Like, wait, hold on.
Billy,
What you doing?
watch. I kid you not. That's literally her right
What
there.
you doing?
That is her bragging about getting a new watch, and this is people posting it. The culture group chat. Ice Spice spends $250,000 on Richard Mille in NYC with Benny the jeweler. And that's crazy, right? So for people that you owe money, you don't want to pay them, but you will take $250,000 and go spend money with Benny the jeweler on a Richard Mille.
Benny
He
the
probably
jeweler.
gave her show so much love on that.
Yeah.
And just her posting that alone, probably she might have got that half off. She probably got it for 50,000 for all we know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch while you're literally
discounted
being sued
shit.
by a service provider that you owe money to. Okay, like this is actually
How you're posing
crazy.
with it?
But do you guys know what?
People like Gucci and Christian Dior and Louis Vuitton, they are
Ice Spice, bro.
the Bentleys of the fashion industry. So they do not need a celebrity
Yo.
to showcase their latest
Okay, yeah.
design to sell it. They don't. So when you
I don't know how true that is.
Okay, let me add that to what you was about to say, my brother. I feel like, yeah, yes, it might, you know, the sense of like them being at the position where they are, like these, you know, these high end name brands that, you know, we see associated with high end celebrities and high end 1%ers of the world. It's like, yo, the fact that they got there in the first place, I feel like was, you know, these powerful names, powerful celebrities co-signing them. You know what I'm saying? Things like Ciroc and Diddy. I feel like that was an effect of that. You know what I mean? Maybe Bel Air and Rick Ross. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, look again. This is an ignorant POV. I'm not gonna lie, because I am just tapped into the culture that Rick Ross is a big influence in. Okay, cool, hip hop. That it is what it is. But I feel like, yo, for the most part, you know, these brands they get to where they are because of these high end or high value names and high value celebrities, high status people. So to say that, okay, looking at it right now and be like, yo, they're so high end, they don't even need these high end people. I feel like, yo, they got there like from that type shit, right? My bad, Astro, bro. You can go ahead.
Like, they might not need it,
Yep.
but like because of how established they are now. But
You agree with me, chick? Listen, what you gonna
but
say?
they still be using them for advertisement and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
like
advertising.
and,
Okay,
and
okay,
ads
okay.
and
Okay, yeah, that is an angle too. You know what I'm saying? To be like, yo, we, you know, they still need the value for the marketing aspect of it, the advertisement. You know?
having them show up to fashion weeks and
Yeah.
imagine if every single artist, think of how much impact like people like Kanye West, Travis Scott, like how niggas have that they have their own shoes, they make their own shoes, and like there's a shoe that I have that was once $200. Travis Scott wore it one day and it bumped it. It was like on sale for like $80 at one point. It's an SB.
I think that's another thing that we could point out, right? Brand power. When a certain brand gets their hands on that thing, like a certain brand, like a human being, a brand, right? A human being brand, like gets their hands on something. You know what I'm saying? And you see them with that thing regularly. You know what I'm saying? It might, for their intended target audience, right? It might influence them on some, like, in a really big way, to a point where, you know what I'm saying, it can get that company's numbers like really up.
He wore it and it's now like a $1,500 to
Sales-wise.
$2,000 shoe, just off of the fact that he wore that. Like, so the influence that is there is so heavy, and then these rappers like I'm in Balenciaga, oh Richard Mille, oh boom bam bop. Now Richard Mille, Rolex and stuff like that's a different story.
What you mean?
I feel like,
you
but
mean?
like designer brands,
Why are they different
they
story?
count on these motherfuckers to wear this, so that way people under them will put that on. You feel me? Or we'll go in there and try to buy that.
Yo, in the comment section, man, let me know what he means by Richard Mille and blah blah blah. Is a different story, because I don't understand that
Like,
part.
they are the reason for a lot of these trends. So I don't know how much I believe that. Maybe there's a misunderstanding there. I don't
Maybe.
think, like, again, Richard Mille, Rolex, things like
different
that. Those
story
are
there.
established watch brands that have been here since.
Oh,
in the
you
beginning.
mean generationally? They've had like generational, you know, yeah, presence and reputation, and business power type shit. I don't know, maybe. Ooh, I see.
When black people couldn't even wear that. You know what I'm saying? White men are always gonna do that, but I don't know about these designer brands though. I think these designer brands, they have their people for sure, and they might not just go out of business, but artists and actors and you know what I'm saying, and other celebrities and stuff. I think they really do help these businesses.
You see these rappers and singers and stuff in the music industry showing their clothes and their houses and all that stuff. I really think they're getting all that stuff on credit. In the music industry, it's like, you work for me, we give you all these gifts. Why do you think so many people are in some real fucked up contracts right now?
Now, this lady is making a good point. She's saying that a lot of these artists are not rich. They are not successful.
Yeah, they're not.
Because they're
not rich. And that's one thing you really do have to kind of understand. Like, there's some that are. There's a good amount that are wealthy.
Maybe a handful.
But they not. They just owe too much money to be rich. You feel me? They just owe too
much. To these.
Okay, so they're rich, like the perceptive, the optic wise, POV wise. And then, but in the background, that's been the general. You know what I'm saying? The general idea, especially when the exposure culture was on the rise. The whole thing that piggybacked off of exposing things like Illuminati, exposing things like, weird habits and weird things that go on in the music industry, and how these niggas really get their contracts and and everything just snowballed into like these, even individual players within the industry that are on some weird shit, Diddy this, that, R. Kelly did, all that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Exposure culture just that, I feel like it opened people up to the exposing of things like, okay, how do y'all actually make that living? And that was one of the first things to be exposed. Like, nah, y'all niggas actually kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? We know y'all really, y'all are in a whole bunch of debt, like, just to maintain looks, maintain this, that, and the third. And you know what I'm saying? The difference between y'all kind of debt and the people that are just like fucked by student debt is the fact that it's the same concept. It's just it's not an educational institution that's gotten you in this position. You know what I'm saying, it's motherfuckers that you trusted to help you get to your dream, and that's a motherfucking sad thing. I'm not gonna hold you, but that's been like one of the earliest things to be exposed. I ain't gonna hold
contracts and stuff like that, right? And I want to deal with that because a part of that is true. Artists do take care of people. They do have bills and all of that. I'm not talking about that. But they do have opportunities for funding. Like, just look at a guy like Charleston White. When Charleston White pulls up to a podcast or to a stream, somebody like Charleston White is being paid thousands of dollars to show up. Now, he don't even have an active social media like somebody like Ice Spice on TikTok or whatever. But these artists do get pretty lucrative brand deals. And they get opportunities as long as their name is popping. So, you can get $10,000 here, $20,000.
Yo, look at the difference in chest, though. Like this chest weight. Wait. Damn, I wasn't noticing it. Look at this. My bad. Watch out, Dior. This. Let me just put it right here. Right? You see this chest right here? Bro. What? Boom. It's like everything fake about these people. That's crazy. When did she get her chest done? Like, you know what I'm saying? I never noticed it. I'm not a, I'm not a titties man. You feel me? I indulge more in the cakes behind. Yeah. That's more my kind of like attention grabbers. Gotta be booty, But no, I'm just saying that to say, I'm getting off hand, I'm getting off topic, getting out of pocket. I'm just saying I didn't notice her chest transformed that way.
These artists do get pretty lucrative brand deals, and they get opportunities as long as their name is popping. Nice. So, you can get $10,000 here, $20,000 here, retainers. I mean, look at Angel Reese, somebody like her. You got Reese's deal. I mean, you got Reebok. I mean, those brand deals can keep you paid. Now, those brands can come and go, but it does give you enough money to buy something like Richard Mille. Like, she's not broke, okay? It's just that she picks and chooses who she does want to pay. And then the person makes another statement that I want to talk about.
And also, in our community, we always talk about if we had millions of dollars, how we would buy up the block, how we would help our people and stuff. And you don't see them doing that, and people think it's because they're selfish. No. I think it's because they are cash poor and they really cannot help you.
She says that a lot of these people want to do things in the black community, but
I think it's niggas say that they start getting so much money, get so distracted, having so much fun with their bread, they just never been back. They just help they, intermediate fam. They're like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna put my bread. Like she said, and there might be a bit of that too. Like, if I just had $1 billion, yeah, but I only got 5 million. It's one of them. I got 5 million, man. Million? I don't know.
Nigga, that is a lot. That is enough for you to like at least make sensible decisions about your money
and all of that. And I think that's probably what it is.
Or in urban communities, but they're not rich. And this is true, but
bro, another thing, okay, here's my POV on the thing. It's just like the black thing, bro. A whole lot of black people, okay, I don't know her version of it. Matter of fact, you know what? Did she even come up from suffering type shit? Like as in like struggling? I don't even know her. Okay, you know what? I don't even know her history. But okay, let me just say, blanket statement wise, just like generally speaking, not subjectively speaking. I'm not talking about Ice Spice specifically here, but I'm saying, like the black thing, bro, where it's like, yo, you suffer so much that when you come into money, I mean, while you still broke, you're like, bro, the day I get it, I'm telling you, I'm transforming everything. I'm taking care of everything, all that kind of thing, right? But the moment you get it, bro, the fact that you've been suffering so long, so much, you might just go crazy on it. You might not realize that actually I'm going so crazy. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even taken care of half of the shit that I promised to take care of. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even lived up to like half of the promises that I, had told myself that I was going to live up to getting all this money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I feel like it's, what is it called again? What cognitive, is it cognitive dissonance? Some shit like that, bro, where it's like, yo, you kind of acting like this, but you kind of not realizing it, but the effects of what you went through is okay, I don't know if I'm even knowing what I'm talking about, but hopefully somebody got me, goddamn it. I'm sorry, my bad.
But they are not rich, not because they don't have access to the money. Because when you're connected like Ice Spice, I mean, I'll give you an example. Look at my brother Poetic Flacco. Shout out to him. He's a hardworking YouTuber. He was associated, it has been associated with Adam 22, being an insider, okay?
Yeah,
being a hip hop insider, academic. They can create their money as much as they want to work for the money, all right? But they are legit insiders into the industry. You're talking about somebody like Ice Spice. Not only is she an artist, she is an insider. We've seen Melissa Ford get all the names on her podcast, and she's not even really an insider to the industry anymore. So these people got plays, they know things, they know people. It's things that they can do that normal content creators can't do. They have a Rolodex full of money. All right, they have the Rolodex is full of brand managers.
Like how
a lot of the brand managers are even their fans. Like they can make a lot of things happen.
But then why they acting balmy then?
But because of poor money management, bad business practices, not reinvesting in the right things.
Bro, they can outsource that kind of thing though, for people to come handle their money for them if you're that slow.
And treating vendors poor.
Because at the same time, I feel like in this day and age, bro, for you to remain ignorant, you choose to, nigga. You gotta work hard for you to remain ignorant. With all this information or sources of information, it's so much that even the fake ones is like game saturated. The fake false informats. You know what I'm saying? It's like so much things to a point where you don't even have to, bro, you can make up your own kind of POV for whatever situation, for whatever angle of reality. You can make up your own perception of seeing things just from taking a little bit out of everything to create your own whole complete vision, bruh. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like what I'm saying is that it's very easy to know some shit, right? It's very, very easy to know some shit, though. So for you to choose to act slow and not make decent decisions about, like, you know what I'm saying, your potential, you know what I'm saying, the potential of reality, the potential of your own brand, even, bro. It's like, bro, and you got the resource. You feel me? It's like at that point, bro. Like it's like, bro, you literally working so hard to stay, I don't know, dumb, and you're succeeding.
Poorly. Basically, this is what kills the business. All right, stuff like this. This is the same thing that happened with Sean Kingston, creating such a bad.
I'm telling you, such a bad little rep. of running off on jewelers and hey man, I'm with Justin Bieber, man. I'm working with Justin Bieber. Come rock with me. He ain't talked to Justin Bieber in 15 years since they made that song. However long ago that was. Hey, Justin Bieber.
I even forgot they had a song to get. God damn.
Gonna take a picture next to the TV and say, "Hey, thank y'all so much, man. Y'all gonna get so much business." Shout out to Kingston is so foul. He would text a motherfucker and say, "Yo, we brothers for life, bro. I love you, brother. I love you. You my brother. All that brother shit. Just to run off on your ass.
It's all for show. It's all for the optic. That's all.
Right in the business that nobody wants to work with you. And I'm
They
here to
send
tell
you
you like
fake
this.
invoices.
If you get a lot of money and the ability to do business, treating people fairly and paying bills on time. I know it's an American thing to pay bills on time, but just doing that, honoring collaborations, keeping up with your word, keeps you in the industry so much. Number one, as a content creator, it keeps you in the industry. As a performer, it keeps you in any industry. And I hate to say this because y'all don't get mad, but we're talking about black business. One of the reasons why you can do well in black business is because so many people do not do that.
Damn, is this an AI generated demonstrator clip? Looks like somebody I know, dog.
And it just literally opens the opportunity in the door.
Word.
Yeah.
That's real. There's not like black business, so we still got some work to do. And I think it's that time, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want an entry into this shit, go do you some good black business. You gonna have a pleasant surprise. Oh yeah, okay, they're gonna be happy. For real.
For you. You owe somebody some money. Why don't you just pay them? Like it is so simple.
And it's so crazy. Like, black business is so crazy, bro. Because you'll mess around like in Houston. You'll mess around like a place so much. Like, oh, I like eating over here. Or I like going over here, and then you just get some type of Houston news alert, whether, I don't know, maybe you on TikTok or something, saying that the place closed down because they ain't paid the rent at the place for the past 15 months. It's like, James Harden had a place out here called 13. It was, people liked 13. They used to go over there, kick it. People liked it. And
yo, I think I got a quick little POV. Check it out. It might as well just be ethics, proper character, proper morals. All that shit still counts. Facts. You feel me?
And then one day it said he owed $2 million in rent. And it's never been opened again. It's just like, and mind you, people went there. People was going. Yeah. It was regular. I've been there one time. It was a cool little vibe. But it was gone. Like, what are we doing?
To do that. Like, you have a bill. You ordered that from them. They make good quality products. Yep. Why don't you honor that agreement? Do you want to know why? Because if you pay them and you're with Bella Brand, you might be able to get a partnership with Wigs with them. They already know the business, and because they trust you, you now can turn that client-customer relationship with your platform into a bigger audience.
And you know what's interesting, bro? Especially with these hip-hop artists and things like that, they kind of develop this chip on their shoulder, like, oh, the game doesn't trust me, or nah, the game doesn't love me, or they don't show me no love, or da. And you hear it on these songs. I ain't gonna lie, it makes for great bangers. You know what I'm saying? But it's because of how you move, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not expecting to hear nothing from Ice Spice talking about, oh, they never showed me love, da. Nigga, you move dirty. Of course they gonna treat you dirty. You know what I'm saying? It's time that, you know, these artists be accountable. That, okay, that's just the point I'm trying to make there. You know what I'm saying?
Now just think of this. Ice Spice has a relationship with Bella Brand. Now she could only be hot for so long as a rapper, right? But you have all these guys live streaming, you know, Kai Cenat, DDG, whoever else, Plaque Max. Yep. You know, all these particular dudes. Now what do you have the opportunity to do? You have the opportunity to leverage your business consumer base, and now you can do that because why? Well, you have made good relationships, so they can say, listen, we're gonna promote the Ice Spice wig. Now you promote the Ice Spice wig, they designed it, you promote it. Let's say you sell 1,000 wigs. Each one of those wigs is $1,000, and you get $200. You've already made $200,000 by just maintaining that level of partnership. Crazy. This was some of the good marketing and brand collaborations that Diddy did with Diageo. We've seen it with Sarah. These are money-making opportunities that become lost in translation because...
And I think, yo, that's a good point that you just pointed out. They become lost in translation because, like, again, bro, these are some things where it's like it's hard for you to scale its value within your mind. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the things where the ego really got to take a backseat, but at the same time you need it. Like it's really tricky because why I'm saying it needs to take a backseat is because what you think needs to happen, aka using your ego, using just like, you know what I'm saying, just the visible, you know, factors, you know, to the naked eye, invisible aspects, thinking that's supposed to like bring the picture together. It's like what you think is supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? You can't really cover it. How you know, like how do we scale a relationship? Like, you know, good reputation doesn't feed me, or things like sayings like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like saying thank you or saying whatever doesn't put dinner on the table. Yeah, I get that kind of talk, but it's like you have to. That's where the mind needs to take a back seat, but then also using the intuition. Yeah, let me put it like that. Using the intuition, using the fact that, you know what, using higher principles, bro. Using higher universal principles to be like, yo, I'm only doing this because it's what I would love for people to do for me. You know what I'm saying? I follow up, bro. Follow up, nigga. Because it really irritates the life out of me when people don't do that for me. Right? Honor your end of the, you know, deal. Because, like, how fucked up would it be, and how annoying would it be for people not to, you know, keep their end of the business deal when you've done it, and then you kind of get a taste of that kind of medicine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just do it off of that kind of high principle, and you'll be surprised that it's more than just a high principle. It's something that other people value. The fact that, you know what I'm saying, the fact that you appreciate the relationship, you are loyal to, like, shit like what we, you know, what we initiate, things like that, like just your loyalty, bruh. You'd be surprised how many people just like value that, and just off of that you can have life-changing opportunities because this one person is co-signed, this one powerful ass person that you didn't even think would co-sign you is now co-signing you off of the fact that, nigga, you're just a good, you know, business, you know, affiliate or associate, or an honest one. Let's, you know, how about that? Talking about honesty won't pay bills, nigga. Like, literally, it won't pay your bills right now, but it can change your life. It has the high potential of changing your life. Trust that.
Oh, well, I'm Ice Spice. I don't want to pay him, so I'd rather go pay Richard Millie, the money, who doesn't need the money, instead of Bella Brand, and that sounds like a black business, and then I can just scale with them. We can go all kind of the hair industry. You know, we can do hair industry tours. We can do all kind of black beauty tours. You know, we can go over to the Caribbean with it. We can go over to Africa with it. We have a market base, and then we can get influencers to help sell it. You just missed out on a business opportunity because you wanted to be an asshole, which didn't make any sense. And this is the same thing that you see so often in black business. I don't care if it's in the black community in America. I don't care if it's in Africa. It's just like, in order for us to work together, I must win and you must lose. Like, that's how it usually is. Doesn't matter, content creator, influencer, artist. I must win and you must lose. And it's crazy because you can both win. Why do you want to create distrust when you don't have to create distrust? You literally do not have to do that, and you can be successful. So if your career starts falling off in any way, you now have a transition point. But what's going to happen, because some people like Ice Spice, you don't want to pay, you would rather floss and stunt. So when you need people in the industry, they don't help you anymore. Then you start to slowly, your career suffocates out, and then you have no lateral move. You're out of the industry, and those bills just keep on coming. The end. You're canceled. That's how it always works.
You're canceled.
What do you think? It's your boy Yoshi D Jackson.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie though, it's like, and then you get somebody like this wanting to be taken seriously. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to things maybe like relationships and things like that. A woman like Ice Spice could, you know, turn around and go ahead and tell you, yeah, I do want a serious, loyal husband and da-da-da-da and da-da-da. That's why y'all just like never end up getting that. It's because you come up like this, you know what I'm saying, thinking, no, this is only just business character. No, these kind of characteristics, they can, you know, seep over into other aspects, dog. Because she's, you know, disloyal in business and just like, what's the word I'm trying to use? Not flimsy, like just like not worthy to be taken seriously, like in business, right? Like you think, nah, it's just business or you know, social relationships. She's the most loyal. How do you think she's gonna act like intimately? You feel what I'm saying? It beats me, the fact that, you know, you can act like this and expect to be taken seriously. Still, it's crazy.
Pop up. Yeah, she going down sad, man.
Yeah,
hey, she is what it is, though. Not our problem.
Not our problem, man. But a whole generation is affected by this kind of thinking, because look at her brand, look at her numbers, look at the kind of people that she's influencing. It's a whole generation now. If we're about to think for Gen Z.
Mic check 1 2. I didn't even check this thing, bruh. Yup. Happens. Yo, this nigga talking about quitting in 2026. Who on earth believes this guy? 2023, Reggie will be quitting Zaza. 2026, Reggie be quitting Dada. TTAPP-INN quitting Zaza. Claiming he quitting as Zara, bro. I'm saying, I don't know.
21 and older, can't smoke legally at 18. What? You can't smoke legally at 18, but if I was I could go be a stripper at 18, but I can't legally go buy some backwoods. And it's like, that's...
Of course he needed to get that ran out.
Bro, I understand it now, bro. I really understand it now. That's crazy, my nigga.
What's crazy about it? This nigga tripping, bro.
They changed the age. Wait, you used to buy backwoods at 18? That's up.
What's fucked up about it, man? Anyway, no, my bad. I know people that are already here. Here for you know what I'm saying, for the day's intention, you feel what I'm saying, which is hip hop related. Currently this motherfucker died again, bro. Hip hop died again, bro. I don't know how many times this motherfucker gotta die, but you know what I'm saying, today we getting it from Getting Like Prince. Pause. We getting it from Getting Like Prince. Pause. We getting it from Getting Like Prince. You know what I'm saying, yeah, apparently hip hop died again, you know what I'm saying. So let's hear about it, bruh. What did it die from this time?
They was saying this
you know what I'm saying? What's the cause of death this time, right? Hold on.
Hip hop is dying has been probably the biggest conversation in rap throughout this entire year. But the thing was saying this isn't a new conversation. This ain't something that just popped up one time in 2025. This is a cycle. This is a conversation we see get repeated every couple years. Let's go back 2006. Nas was really the face of pushing the hip hop.
I remember that.
I mean, he
I
dropped
remember
an
that
entire album called Hip Hop is
Dead.
Dead. Where the premise behind it was him speaking on how he didn't like the state of hip hop and he didn't like the state of the culture.
When you said hip hop is dead,
what did you mean?
How many like DMs you got from the young?
What to kill me, man? It's dead. I was just because we didn't have no control, and it's like, you know,
you were talking corporate or some shit
that I didn't think was going to take offense. I'm talking about let's wake up and take control.
So this album releases and the controversy it caused was insane because so many different people in the hip hop space felt the attack. So many people felt like, damn, I just came up. I'm just not getting money. I'm just not buzzing in the rap space.
For real.
Now Nas talking about hip hop is dead. So people was feeling the way.
You can imagine. Hold on.
More specifically, the South was feeling the way about it. But
hold on, let me pause. Now you can imagine, bro, being a youngin' coming up at that time. Hearing probably somebody like a Nas talk about like hip hop is dead, and then you thinking to yourself, yo, you already, you know what I'm saying, you already got your position, you already got your opportunity to play, you already got your, you know what I'm saying, you already got your stripes, your money, your this, your that, your fame, your your fleet of 304s, that is, I don't know, different area codes type shit, I don't know, like, but you just like done got your aura and shit like that, and just because now you're, you know, you done what? You done peaked, you done reached the plateau. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about, you know what I mean? I like, okay, there are probably deeper reasons why Nas was saying, yo, hip hop is dead at the time that he was saying that shit. But like, you know, as a youngin', I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes of a YN of the time. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, I'm trying to come up, bro, and I do nothing but just look up to you and just want to emulate your steps. And you're out here saying that this shit is not, you know what I'm saying? There's no value to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would have interpreted it. You know what I'm saying? So you trying to tell me that, you know what I'm saying, this shit is dead, blah blah. So what you trying to tell me to, you know, quit my efforts in pursuing this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Because we know a whole lot of people like been just like looking up to Nas, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even, you know, like Heavy at the time. We even get like famous people too. I mean, you get the, you know, the J. Cole. What was the song about Nas again? Let Nas Down. You know what I'm saying? So that's just to show that there were people looking up to Nas like on some, yo, we seriously emulating you here. So what did you know, how did you expect those people to kind of like take that kind of shit? You know what I'm saying? That would be a value, what? A valid question to ask, right?
A good bit of artists did feel away. Jeezy, for example.
More powerful.
Of course, niggas gonna feel away.
How powerful words are. You know, when he did the hip hop dead, I thought he was talking about.
There we go. How powerful your words are. So this is a clear, classic example of like, yo, power in the tongue or some shit like that, right? That's how it goes. Some type shit.
It's like, right. So, I wanted to be the front guy because at the time, it's like, you got to think, I'm just getting on.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just seeing my first legitimate money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting my shows going. And then you got the Dawn in New York saying
like,
hip-hop
party's
dead.
over.
Party's over.
I didn't think about that part. I didn't think that certain people would think I'm talking about them.
You didn't know.
Oh no, I'm talking about mainly New York.
Wait, you didn't premeditate that one, big dog?
Oh wow,
Mainly
the ripple
New York.
effects were crazy.
Yeah,
Right,
but I'm
no, it's
talking to
real, 'cause
everybody, but I didn't explain it.
Did you
enough.
hear
Right.
when, because Jeezy really, like, you took offense to that, and
Well,
you were
I
very
don't
public
think-
about it.
Yeah, they got me. It was early in the morning. I had been doing my promo run. It was like, what do you think he said here?
But then at the same time, like you probably would get minds, you know what I'm saying? Especially if this would happen today, you get minds that probably think, you know what I'm saying, an artist like Nas pulling a stunt like this, they just trolling, man. Because there's a whole troll culture type thing going on, right? So it's like, man, are you trolling or what? You know what I'm saying? They just like throw it to the side and just like keep fucking. Oh no, throw it to the side and just keep moving. You know, keep busting. You know, their own motion. That is. What you thinking? Yeah, I'm gonna have to censor that other word out. I don't know, bro. Like shit. And I've vowed to make a promise. Well, I've made a promise to myself to just like vow not to like cuss anymore. I probably, you know, we probably about to go for a 2026 resolution on that one. I don't know. Shout out my boy Reggie. He quitting Za for 2026.
Hip-hop is dead. It's over. You guys are
over
like,
with.
yo, you know, I said what I said, but at the same time, that's how I go though.
That's how I go though.
Yeah,
You know
it
what
was
I mean?
amazing
We got on the
energy from
phone.
you too.
We got on the phone.
We got on the phone.
Oh, you did?
We chopped it up, and it was like, yo, man, come
Okay.
on. You know how cool Nas is. Come on, bro.
But then it was like the irony of him putting out this project within the same time period. We had all of these amazing hip hop albums coming out. 06, 07, 08, all these great albums was coming out. And I think it can be applied to today, 2025. We seeing this hip hop is dead narrative being fueled so crazy. Yet if we look
Oh
back at some of these
yeah. Nah, that is for sure. Like I heard. Like I mean, we recently went through rap fatigue headline type period, right? Just recently.
Albums that we done got in 2024, 25, 23 even. We done got some great music. So my point is, the hip hop is dying narrative being pushed more than ever, and we have no idea what could be released this year. But me saying that don't necessarily mean that hip hop is in the best place as a whole. Numbers wise, we ain't really in the best space, but it ain't just numbers fueling this narrative. A real strange conversation has been coming up right along this hip hop is dying conversation.
Yeah, there we go. Rap fatigue, black fatigue, the culture shifting.
These people online could have discovered, because this has actually become a huge talking point with a lot of people.
Yes.
Now, rap fatigue. What the hell is that?
Here we go. Break it down.
People online are just saying that, look, we tired of rap music. They turn on rap music and hear every artist speaking nonsense. All people do is rap about women, drugs, sex, and a lot of people are tired of it.
So here I am in my 20s, and I've noticed that like I really don't reach out to the rap genre anymore. Like I really don't like to listen to it as much because it spreads so much negativity. Like most of the music now, it just be talking about drugs, you know, girls and doing
Okay, not to come off as ignorant, right? Okay, first things first, let me just like apologize for like my nasal sound, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my bad. I caught like a really bad cold, you know what I'm saying, for the past like 2 days. You know, I don't know if you're a frequent viewer here, you notice that, you know what I'm saying, in the patterns of my uploading, you know what I'm saying, there's been like sort of like a gap, you know what I'm saying? That's because, yeah, I had to just like bypass it for a little bit because, yo, I couldn't even talk, bruh. Like I couldn't even get through saying a sentence without like some freaky, crazy, nasty ass sounds, you know, coming through my shit, you know what I'm saying? But like now, at least I could talk. I can, you know what I'm saying, fluently, frequently, like catching a breath and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the breath work, frequently flowing type. You know what I'm saying? At least, you know what I'm saying. So now I can like talk and be social, but you know, don't mind the sound. Anyway, yo, there's this perception of just like, isn't it? Rap came off of just, you know, niggas being transparent, niggas, you know, sharing their real life. Just like, how can I put it, bro? I mean, I know y'all have heard this before, like, yo, real life experiences, blah blah. today it's inflated, it's hyper, you know what I'm saying, it's hyper displayed, this whole thing of like my life, to a point where niggas be capping in this shit, right? But you know, back then it was like just a pure, just, you know, sharing, yo, my little situation at home, da 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 da, this, that, and the third, my little situation in the hood, da 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 da, you know what I'm saying? It could be like from the most mundane things, you know what I'm saying, as you know, from just like kicking it like with the boys in the hood, you know what I'm saying, and sharing just like the experiences as us, as, you know, as our friendship unfolds type shit, you know what I'm saying, on some like pure testimonial vibes, bro. You feel me? The ABCs, the running from the police, you know what I'm saying? Type shit, you know what I mean? On some like cypher kind of, it was fun, bro. I get that kind of thing, and it was a necessary gap to fill, because obviously, bro, you get, I don't know, probably they saw themselves as the outcasts of society, the rebels, the people that just want to get these expressions and experiences and feelings out, you know what I'm saying, and they could only do it in their little corners of like ciphers and da da da, you feel what I'm saying, where yeah, they could just gather as that little congregation is just like the black sheep of society, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and they could just like express it however they want, cuss it out, like whatever, like rage it out, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, graffiti it out, breakdance it out, you know what I'm saying. Well, now I'm just like, you know what I'm saying, paint the picture of probably how hip hop pulled up in the scene. So that was just like, I'm just trying to point out the pure nature of the game, of the sport, right? Whereas now, right, niggas still probably took that same model of like, yo, we trying to be transparent with our shit, da da da. But then now it's all about just like the general, not general scope, man. You know, just the general feeling of, or general stereotype of what hip hop is. So a nigga that's not even living the kind of life that, you know, this transparency is supposed to point out, right? A nigga's not living the whole, you know, street life, selling drugs, da da da, you know, getting bodies, you know, I don't know, toting guns, da da da. You know what I'm saying? Niggas might not even be living that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas living soft, they getting it good, but they, you know, they just are trying to appeal to this kind of audience now. So now it's like, it's a whole packaging thing, you know what I'm saying? But using the stereotype, the general stereotype of the thing. And that's where the hyper, you know what I'm saying? They just like, hyper, just magnify, zoom in these degeneracies of what hip-hop is supposed to represent when they're not even living that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the model of sharing, you know, I'm transparent, this is my people, I'm black, you know what I'm saying, but I'm a black guy that lived in the burbs and but you know what I'm saying, I still want to appeal to the hood people, you know what I'm saying. I guess that's where maybe the trigger points are, you know what I'm saying. But this guy's black. This guy is like, this guy can be like, yo, this guy got an auntie in the hood. Yes, the auntie is an estranged family member from this guy's parents. That's why, you know what I'm saying, this part of the family ended up moving to the hood. Moving to the burbs, and then the auntie stayed by the hood. But this guy can use the auntie as a crutch, be like, nah, dog, I still am from the hood. Like, I used to just like pop in my auntie's spot, like, you know what I'm saying, every Christmas or whatever. I mean that's the whole point of just even, you know what I'm saying, oh fuck, I don't want to go racial politics, but yeah, nah, let me not say that. But you know what I'm saying, it comes from the same kind of like thinking, I would say, maybe, you know what I'm saying. Yo, magnify or hyper glorify the degeneracies of like the cultures of my appearance as a being. I'm a black nigga, I'm a black guy, like, you know what I'm saying. But only on these cameras though. God damn it. Shit. I still need my comfortability, you know what I'm saying, and my privilege with me.
Crazy stuff that I don't agree with, you know what I mean? I don't agree with shooting people and robbing people.
Oh yeah, moral of the story with all of that. That's why hip hop may be dying. Facts.
It's crazy stuff, you know what I mean?
People have seen through it.
Align with this music. Why am I rapping about it? Why am I,
you don't align with the music. Yes, that's the point I was trying to make. I'm so glad I just made that point, because I didn't even know this conversation was gonna go this direction.
My bad.
Along with these people, and I don't agree with any of the things that they're saying. Now you can't tell me that after a while of listening to this type of music that it wouldn't affect you. I'm not saying you immediately gonna go and slide on somebody or you gonna do some crazy shit, but it's definitely gonna, you know, affect your mental. Nowadays, I find myself listening to music that's gonna make me happy, listening to music that's gonna uplift me, or listening to music that just puts me in a generally good mood. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to listen to nothing that's gonna, you know, weigh down my spirit, nothing that's gonna make me sad, nothing that's gonna make me feel weird, you know what I mean, or nothing that I don't align with.
And I mean, that's an understandable point.
What do you mean?
Until you actually think about it. Not every artist out here is just focusing on them points that people bringing up. Not every artist you listen to is talking about sex, talking about money, talking about drugs. You get what I'm saying? Not every artist.
That is another point, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's double down on the fact that at the end of the day, it is the kind of hip hop that you choose to tap into. There are alternative versions of like this shit, bro. Cleaner versions, you know what I'm saying? More chilled versions, more chilled temperamented, more chilled temperaments in these, you know, records. You know what I'm saying? These hip hop records. There's artists that can like tone it down for you, that dumb stuff down for you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Code of the Friend. That's beautiful alternative hip hop. To me, Code of the Friend, bro, is alternative hip hop right now. Although his version of just like independent sort of underground movement, it has its own sort of mainstream appeal to it. But he's still keeping it him. If you know, you know. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, go ahead, do your homework type shit. But yeah, people like that. Yo, there's this quarter zip trend, right? I feel like, yo, there's some hip hop out there that we can actually coin quarter zip hip hop. Come on, bro, you know what I'm saying? And that shit, like, yo, lo-fi, probably slower pace, backpacker shit, soulful type. You know what I'm saying? Minimal, just degeneracies in terms of the, you know, the verbiage that just like paints pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like minimal to no degeneracy, maybe. You know what I'm saying? There's genres like Christian hip hop. Do your homework. I'm telling you, dog. You know what I'm saying? There's Christian hip hop. I can go ahead and indulge. So it's important the hip hop that you choose now. Because obviously, bro, these is like your favorite things. They're gonna shape your mental or influence it in some form of fashion, right?
It's like that. You are just choosing to turn on this. You turn on this song by this artist.
Say that.
So happen to focus on this negative point that you brought
up.
To
shit.
really go against this whole dumbass rap fatigue.
Oh, man.
If we look through 24, 25, hell, even next year's gonna be some albums like this. There's plenty of projects plenty of big rap albums where the entire premise ain't just nonsense, ain't just sex, money, drugs.
Money, drugs.
Copia, for example, one of the biggest albums they done released in the past year. This wasn't just I'm tired of creator, I fuck bitch.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This album right here, it needed me to have a lot of patience to get through it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say that. I need that there.
No, this was him really digging into himself as a person.
Digging in himself, nigga. Say that, nigga. What? Digging in himself. That's necessary. You gotta do that. That's
so much more than just surface level music. His song Like Him, for example, that was huge. It was him diving into his father and how he really didn't know
diving in his father, cool,
following the footsteps of his dad. Another song on this project, Take Your Mask Off. The title is exactly what the song sounds like. He dove into people who are hiding their true colors from the world, hiding their true selves, putting up this facade to all the people around him in their life. And there's plenty of other points and examples and projects that I could go through that I really enjoyed this past year.
5 examples.
It's not just rapping about delinquent shit or just rapping about negativity. So this rap fatigue thing is one of them.
Yo, another thing that I just want to point out real quick in terms of, you know what I'm saying, being influenced by the type of music maybe that you end up not wanting to, or end up not feeling proud to be influenced by, you know what I'm saying? Feeling proud to be bombarded by. And that's the fact that, yo, the mainstream can make this degeneracy type music loud as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be like a person that is into the alternative parts of hip hop, you know, the alternative hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Not the mainstream in terms of mainstream. You can be like into underground, can be, you know, into that lo-fi, you know, soulful, you know, boom bap, old school, whatever the case, you know what I'm saying, underground dungeon shit. But it's like, you still gonna know about like a Drake, you know what I'm saying? You still gonna know about a Kendrick, whatever mainstream guy, you know what I'm saying, Post Malone, okay, depending on like, the spots that you frequent.
You know, like you're gonna hear about the works of the mainstream, bro, and some of this shit is catchy. Let's be real. It's like that's why you could hear a song like all over the spot. You know what I'm saying? You probably maybe into like a KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? You probably into, let me go deeper, Aesop Rock. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Aesop Rock. You feel me? You may be into let me not go deep Christian rap now, but it's like, yo, you may be into those kind of like flavors of hip hop, of rap, but you're gonna hear about what's going on in the mainstream. You might just sing along to a tune or two. You know what I'm saying? You might sing along to like a 2C slide. So, man, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, obviously, you know, with that seed being planted, bro, that shit is gonna influence some. Okay, depending on how strong your mind is and actually resisting the influence, you know. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, for the vast majority, bro, like that influence, all it needs is just that seed, that foot in the door, and then it's like, yo, you know, even the niggas that have different tastes in terms of their consumption of hip hop they gonna know about this whole, you know, mainstream thing, and that's because of even just like advertising and how, you know, how they're able to just bombard and pay their way, you know, towards your attention, pay their way to snatch your attention type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that does happen. It does happen. Yo, it's a whole nother segment, but yeah. Facts. Like, these niggas be loud as fuck. The mainstream can get loud as shit.
Points where just walking by and you hear somebody say it, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense, until you put any thought behind it. Because once you think about it, you see the flaws in everything that they're saying.
Damn.
These people are specifically choosing to turn on bullshit, then get mad when they hearing bullshit.
Yeah.
When that's not what they have to listen to.
But that's what I'm saying, Prince, bro. It's like, these niggas be loud as shit, bro. It's like, yo. You know what I'm saying? These niggas be turning their songs into ads. The nigga's song is an ad, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you turn on your Spotify, you like, okay, let's say, oh my god, how can we do? Okay, let's say you're into the Christian rap. Let me give you like maybe a Christian hip hop example, right? You're into like your Lecrae's, Andy Mineo's, whatever, Eshon's, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, oh my god, shout out Jackie. Oh my god, Jackie. Oh, what's her last name, dog? The one with the dreads. Shout out, yo, dog, there's so much CHH fire. It is what it is. But it's like, let's say you're into that kind of stuff, right? And then you probably turn on maybe a NF, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say you turn on an NF album, right? If you don't know NF, bro, do your homework. He actually is well, from my previous like knowledge, you know what I'm saying, with the Christian hip hop thing, it's like, yeah, he's a Christian hip hop artist, right? So let's say you bump his album on Spotify, bro, you might get an ad who sounds similar to like NF, maybe Doug, for lack of a better example, the old MGK, the old Machine Gun Kelly, right? Yeah, the old, like, this is just an example. You might just like, Spotify might just like throw in a MGK song as an ad. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't got the Spotify Premium or whatever, however they work over there. They throw in an MGK ad. You might fuck around, now you're into MGK. Now you're into, you know what I'm saying? Now you might just like jump in the rabbit hole of listening to an MGK album. That time you're like, nah, bro, I'm trying to keep my decisions pure in terms of the music that I choose to listen to, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a radical Christian. I want to, keep it Christian, hip hop, da da da. You know what I'm saying? And that's another trick about these things, is that, man, let me not get into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as in, when the genre, the alternative hip hop genre, wants to sound like the mainstream, then obviously that's gonna cloud your decision in like keeping it pure in terms of that alternative genre, listening to that. It's very tricky because the artist that's coming up is doing good alternatively, but is coming up, still wants to be part of the mainstream. They might fuck around, do a Drake type song, Drake sounding type song, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole lot of gray areas if you think about it. But anyway,
And if rap fatigue is a thing, then you could say the same thing for every other genre of music. This is a point I done delved into 100 times throughout my videos. These country artists, these pop artists, these rock artists, they all speak about the same shit that rappers do, just in a way. Yet they never get nowhere near as much backlash as these rappers.
Oh shit, that honorable mention I was forgetting with the CHH artist Jackie Hill Perry. Nigga, do your homework, Jackie Hill Perry. Shout out to this day, bro. Like she was like better than a whole lot of mainstreamers. I ain't gonna lie.
So not all rap music is what the people who use this rap fatigue word think it is. It's so much more to the culture than just that. And then it's like every time you hear somebody talk about, yeah, I got rap fatigue, you ask them what they listen to.
Yeah, what do you listen
to? The most generic shit. They listen to people who make this music, talk about what they talk about, and then try to apply this one artist to the culture as a whole. Now,
to everything as a blanket statement.
And gang rapping and the bullshit being rapped about isn't a problem, because it is. A lot of artists do push nothing but nonsense.
Yeah, that is true.
But that's not every artist. So don't try to categorize the entire culture as whatever point you trying to make.
This is coming from the biggest Moneybagg Yo, 21, Drake. I mean, you name it. I used to love it. When I stopped listening to it, call me weird, but I feel like my values of myself.
I got a white girl talking to me about how big of a Moneybagg Yo fan she is.
Right.
With the caption, why most rap music is actually terrible.
Oh yes, and then you peep the niggas you listen to, bro. And that time it's you that chooses to listen to these boys, right?
How big of a Moneybagg Yo, 21 Savage and Drake fan she is.
Brain
the
rot.
Caption, why most rap is actually terrible.
That's all brain rot in itself.
To me, the power of the tongue is strong, and I truly
That's eardrum rot.
believe that what you listen to can have an effect on your mind, your thoughts, your actions.
Yeah, these things are true, right?
Yep.
I'm not going to trivialize the point. I do think that there's power in the tongue. I do think that there is, if you consume something of like too much, there are effects, but that's usually, especially when you're probably an adult, limited to food, my nigga. That's usually limited to food. If you have a working, functioning brain, you know how to filter through the things that you're listening to as entertainment and entertainment only.
Say it.
This is something that I listen to in my leisure. This is something that I listen to when I want to have a good time, but it's not something to model my life after.
Let's go.
Honestly, I think this whole rap fatigue turn, this black fatigue situation has a lot of microaggressions toward black people in it. Get mad at me in my comments about this if you want to. I could care less. I think there's a reason why rap fatigue is a thing. Hell, black fatigue. These two terms begin used interchangeably.
Break it down.
Honest, I think these terms became so big because it originally started with these same people who going around saying
don't
that
have
rap music is devil
okay.
music. You listen to rap music, you automatically this kind of person. You automatically this stereotype. And I think the same narrative that people use in real life, the same motive that these people use toward minorities and black people in real life is slowly being forced upon the music industry. You go online, you go on TikTok, you see these narratives being pushed using the same logic that some of these racists be using against black people. But it's just being said in a different way. It's just being put in a way where you don't think about it like that until you really dive into it, which I think also has a lot to do with rap being disregarded so much when it comes to music as a conversation as a whole. You think about all these times where music is being brought up, all genres. People love to treat rap a certain way. People love to look at rap and be like, you know what, that's not really music. This is just some shit that people...
Oh, because it's like anybody can do it. Anybody can, like, come through with a whole bunch of rhyming words, put them together, and just like put that on the, you know what I'm saying, record that, press record, and then, put that through a mic, you feel me, put that on I ain't gonna lie, today's technology has made it easy for a whole lot of people to be able to do that. But come on, bro, like if you're tapped in, I don't know whether to say, yo, do your homework or whatever, because with the rise of AI, you know what I'm saying, generating music, a whole lot of stuff been sounding generic, and a whole lot of people's ears been just like associating that with like how music is supposed to sound. Hold on, my bad. Yo, I told y'all, I'm still healing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is what it is. This cold is still got me by the chokehold a little bit. Pause. What I was talking about? Oh yeah, your mind ends up like associating that with how music is supposed to sound. You feel what I'm saying? So It's like at the same time though, if you know how, if you got the ear for it, you'll be able to, identify the real from the fake is what I'm trying to say. Identify the authentic from the generic. You feel what I'm saying? The unique from the generic type shit. And that unique feeling, bruh. Because that's another way you could tell that, yo, this is the real thing right here. It's the feeling that it gives you. You feel what I'm saying? Is, I guess for some other people, it's the places that it takes you, nigga, when you really dive into that song, that blah blah blah. You understand what I'm saying? So, with everything just like sounding the same though too though, it's like, yo, it does make it tricky, but you can still tell. You can still tell.
Listen to this is people rhyming. This ain't real music. This ain't.
So it's like with somebody who's amateuristic talking about, yo, everybody can do it. Yo, everybody would be doing it, first of all. And with a whole lot of saturation going on with a lot of people doing it, it's like, yo, not everybody's successful at it. But then again, listen to this. I feel like the whole matrix of what makes a song valuable or what makes a genre valuable, it has been the numbers, the charts, the da-da-da-da. You feel what I'm saying? Now we're learning all of that can be cooked. All of that could be just artificially generated. You know, understand what I'm saying? So now I feel like with the, I guess, transformation of what should make music valuable, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking, aside from now, it having been the whole, how it performs on the radios, how it performs on the charts, this, that, and the third. First week listens. Nigga, these days it's first day listens. It's crazy, right? But it's like, yo, as the shift is moving from that to just maybe authenticity, I don't know how that's going to look like now moving forward. I feel like, the greatest minds is coming up with the ways that, niggas can scale that, and niggas can measure the, the value of authenticity, you know what I'm saying? Apart from using the numbers. But then it's like, yo, with that shifting, right? It's gonna bring a new standard of what's dope, right? What competes, what's the best. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the unknown version of the unknown portion, because I still won't know how to scale music as valuable if it's not number one in the charts, for example, right? But then for me, it's like, yo, it is the feeling, dog. Oh yeah, shit. Actually, that is the shit. My bad. Let me slow down. Right. That is the point that I was trying to make. Shit. I'm cooked, bro. It's the point I was trying to make. It's like, it's the feeling that it gives you, right? It's the places that it helps you to tap in to. I feel like that's what's gonna make music valuable, bro. It's how it feels overall, generally. Nigga, not even from what you say, right? But from how it was cooked, from the elements that put the whole thing together, aka the beat, nigga. Do your homework. What you talking about? Understand what I'm saying? And the beat can actually be a testimony to just like the taste, the quality of like your ear, nigga. The taste of like what you pick, your sound selection, beat selection, aka, bro. All that shit is fucking valuable, bro. Do your homework. What the fuck niggas talking about?
This ain't pop. This ain't whatever else niggas want to compare it to, and that's the problem. It really is fueling this rap fatigue narrative, this weird little conversation that people is having online.
Yo, guys, fuck, I got this cold. I'm drinking caffeine. Is that a good idea? Hold on. Is that a good idea? Hold on. Copilot? Oh shit, Copilot's gonna waste my time. Ah, fuck, alright, never mind, Copilot. You want me to sign in? Never mind.
So not
is that a good idea though?
Whole rap fatigue thing going on, but then hip hop has been on the decline numerically. Now this ain't a point I'm a super deep dive into because that's generic as hell. Everybody done spoke about how hip hop numbers is down, how we not number one in all genres no more. Yeah. And I kind of dove into this in my sales video from the other day, but hip hop isn't at the top of the charts like it used to be, and we understand that. One article wrote this on the situation. It was only in 2018 when hip-hop surpassed rock and roll to become the most popular genre in the US, but its glory was short-lived. In 2023, when hip-hop celebrated its 50th birthday, the music genre that gave a voice to millions seemed to be losing its appeal. Damn. While 2023 was marked with historic performances by hip-hop royalty at major events, the newer generation struggled to make a dent on the chart.
Damn.
In fact, many outlets were flooded with think pieces about the decline of hip-hop after it experienced a fall in the market share and a failure to dominate music charts for the first time in a long while. Basically, it's saying hip-hop's growth has really slowed down compared to the early 2010s and compared to other time periods. So numbers are down, but like with everything else, numbers doesn't mean everything. It's not the end all be all. Nothing in life is just black and white. So yeah, numbers might be down, but we still have gotten some really good hip hop music. We still have gotten some great projects in the past year or two.
Nice.
And I think, going back to a point I made in my previous video, people hold too much value to sales, too much value to numbers. When in reality, none of this shit determines true quality. The only thing that determines if an album is good or not is if the actual album is good or not. Not if you did 300K first week.
That's true.
But circling back to the point I made at the start of this video, the conversation we were having. This rap is dying combo isn't something new. We done seen it repeat.
Look at all these headlines about this stuff, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, it's been, you know what I'm saying? Or, okay, nah, let me not get into that. It's been a conversation, man.
Repeat itself time and time again. I mean, we've been hearing the same thing since hell the 80s, the 90s, for example. It's a history lesson time. During this time period, the 80s, the 90s, what some people feel like is like the golden age of hip hop, where music was at its best, where it had the most care.
So, nah, but it cannot only be through 2023, right? Because as we have established, as we already know, Nas has been saying this. Actually, let me make this ignorant point right quick. So I was about to say, yo, okay, it's because it's been a conversation, you know what I'm saying? AKA, it's been put out into the ethers. I don't know if you a type of person that believes in that kind of thing. It's been a conversation for so long that it has been reality. You know what I'm saying? So you get an artist like Nas saying that, yo, nah, hip hop is dead, from the time when he was saying that. You know what I'm saying? Was it really worth being echoed, that kind of narrative? No. Because clearly there had been some good ass hip hop that's been, you know, being put out even after Nas, you know, dropped something like Hip Hop Is Dead. It clearly has been, like, hip hop has been dominating these numbers until this headline. I don't know. I ain't even heard of this headline Prince is talking about. You know what I mean? Where since 2023, you know what I'm saying, these numbers have been just like deteriorating. You know what I'm saying, to a point where, like, so I'm just saying, maybe from the time when Nas was saying it, it has just been a seed to then eventually get to a point, because it's been echoed from Nas dropping that whole Hip Hop Is Dead, right? You see a whole lot of people just echoing the same sentiment. Hip Hop is dead, Hip Hop is dead. From whatever angle they're looking at the genre. Maybe whatever angle that they may be seeing the genre is being weak, or is weakened, or is failing, or is whatever. Now hip hop is dead. They just chalk it up to now hip hop is dead. You know what I'm saying? So now, as a result of that being echoed over and over and over again, type shit, it's like it has, like, all those sentiments being echoed has made it reality. I don't know. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. If you believe or tap into shit like saying shit creates the worlds that it ends up becoming. You know what I'm saying? Like, your words create these realities type shit. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? And now, eventually, now, you know, from 2023 onwards, it has become a reality as we see.
And thought put behind. Well, during this same period,
but, like, as I'm saying, though, it's like, nah, okay, cool.
One big artist who was pushing the narrative that hip-hop was low-key dying and going into the wrong place was KRS-One. During the 90s, he felt like hip-hop was going in the wrong direction, toward that gang violence, gang culture side. With it becoming so prominent, he didn't like it. And this was somebody that lost somebody to violence. So him hearing all this violence being pushed probably had him feeling away, which fueled why he said what he said. KRS-One was close with this DJ Scott LaRock, who ended up passing away in '87 over a female that he was messing with back then. Basically, he was messing with this girl. Her ex found out. He didn't like it. Problems rose, and they ended up killing DJ Scott LaRock. He got shot in the back of the head. And when I say him and KSR-One rose together, they really did come up together. They were a duo. And after this DJ passed away, KSR-One went solo. So back during this era, back during the rise of
damn, I ain't gonna lie, but he looks like Chris Rock, man. Damn, R.I.P. though.
Of the music that,
nah, you know, respectfully, come on, man.
In the 90s, he didn't support it. And even today, he still feels the same way. Revolt spoke to him not too long ago, and this is what their article wrote. Today's mainstream rap is quite different than when hip-hop was first introduced to the world in the 1970s. He said they
70s, cool.
Years now, the 50th years here, and now, come on, we know the game. That's the difference between real hip-hop and fake stuff. Real hip-hop is free. We ain't with the corporations. We ain't messing with none of that. We built our culture from the center. Now we're building theirs. We started with breaking, MCing, graffiti art, and DJing, the core 4 elements. This is hip-hop because we wanted peace, love, unity, and having fun. That's why we did what we did. We put it in all our movies. All
peace, love, unity, and having fun. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, The black sheep's intentions can always be misconstrued for something, you know, more dark and heinous and more sinister than, yo, dog, I want peace. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I broke it down that it's probably the individuals that, you know, would have these feelings of like, yo, like, I feel tied in, I feel trapped in by whatever system is, so this is my little corner where I can congregate with, you know, a whole lot of my fellow peoples, you know what I'm saying, where we gather, we do the little cipher. Yeah, we may be on some degenerate behaviors, man. We drink, we smoke, we you know what I'm saying, we catcall, we organize events where shit can really be cool for us. You know what I'm saying? We dress up, nigga. We dance. You know what I'm saying? We just blast the speaker. You know what I'm saying? We beatbox, rap, cipher, this, that, third. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that little world that we create to escape from, you know, these traditional ways we gotta be and be robotic and NPC and, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I saw it, and you know what I'm saying, even the whole like, yo, we just want to be about that love and peace because this is our version of the peace that we, you know what I'm saying, is coming together and doing what we do, expressing, you know, what we go through, how we do, you know what I'm saying, because again, it's about the expression, you know what I'm saying. I would imagine obviously peoples that would gather in those kind of spaces on some hip hop shit, you know what I'm saying. But like back when it was mad authentic, when it was like not even about an image or yo, let's push business here, or no, when it was like, yo, it's just me and you know, the good peoples that like I rock with, I resonate with. You know what I'm saying? It's like back at that point, damn, I kind of like lost my train of thought. Let me try to remember it. Yes, back at that point, bro, that was our version of just practicing the peace within. But then at the same time, I would imagine people come from different backgrounds coming together in these spots. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need a moment of silence. Things just circle back in. You feel what I'm saying? People from different backgrounds, bro. Different, like, families, different different degeneracies and traumas. But the fact that we are here expressing the shit how we expressing it and making one another feel how we feel because we resonate with one another already. That was the magic, brother. You know what I'm saying? Now people have economized that whole thing, bro. It is what it is, though.
These are the first rhymes, everything. Now you can come along and say, man, F all that, I just want these money, and these white folks gonna give me this money for me to act crazy, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, and F the culture. That's a traitor. So basically, he feeling like a lot of these artists who come out and they push this nonsense and they fuel whatever narrative that their labels want them to fuel. They're traitors. They're not really a part of hip hop. And for the past 30 years, he's been saying the same thing. He ain't really like the direction hip hop don't went. And it goes back to my point. This ain't the first time we done seen somebody in the industry, anybody with influence, come out and say that hip hop is in a bad spot. Right. So for right now, us seeing this conversation again is nothing new. Hell, we can even go more recent, 2015, 2016, back when hip hop was changing more into the sound that we got today. We had the whole older side of hip hop, the whole other side who didn't support that new wave, basically saying, look, hip hop is changing. I don't like it. So in other words, that means hip hop is dying. Point is, history has repeated itself multiple times.
Right.
But if we look at the rap landscape today, 2025 music, 2025 rap, so much has happened. We go to 2024, we had the whole Kendrick and Drake beef where basically the biggest rapper in hip hop, the face of hip hop, got cooked, got made to look a fool. So not only did that happen, we had Drake suing Kendrick, causing even more issues within hip hop as a whole. He bringing out these lawsuits. These labels is digging into Kendrick real life over these diss tracks. Damn. He got the labels trying to scrounge up information, personal information about Kendrick to use against him. We got Drake.
Yeah, but I imagine with this guy, bro, this guy might be like the biggest contributor of like rap fatigue with the, you know what I'm saying, with the deeds, man. I mean, I still rock with him, but it's like, yo, nigga, your actions, you know what I'm saying, they be saying a lot about you, you know what I'm saying, regardless of like your position or whatever, bro. That was crazy. Like, I would imagine like how, let me not get him.
Yeah, basically trying to sue a nigga over some diss tracks, which is a terrible look for hip hop and would have been a terrible thing to happen if these lawsuits actually went through. My thing is, these past few years really has been crazy. A lot has been going on with hip hop. Right. Not all of it positive, a lot of it negative, a lot of it growing sentiment within the community. And so, do I think hip hop is truly dying? I don't think so.
Of course
I think,
not.
like with everything else on the internet today, it's just
Of course not, bro.
By TikTok and
look, bro, like for the most part, bro, what I would just like, you know what I'm saying? Blue, hey, yeah, alright, you feel me? But yeah, that was my boy. Get like Prince, man. Get like Prince, man. Get like Prince, man. Hip hop be dying again, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was a fire video. Yeah, moving on. Yo, alright, moving on to SA, South Africa. Aspects to things, I don't know.